Okay, we're going to pull these gears off of here, the clutch. This tab is broken, but we'll still pull that basket off. That basket will still be good. Those are just regular threaded. To try to keep everything together here, I'm going to go ahead and put this back on. You can do with this then and just lift that off of there. This is a washer here that has splines in it that will be a half turn. So that's why you have to take this off to be able to pull that basket. And this basket's in good condition. Here's a spacer here that'll come off with it. And then we will pull, there's a crank gear here and a balancer gear here. Here's your shift shaft here. Sometimes these splines here will get ruined, so check that over really good. Now these tabs here, I already bent those down to speed things up, but you just take this here, you take a flat screwdriver or a punch, and just bend these tabs down. A lot of times they'll break off, so you don't want to reuse them, obviously, but then when you go them back together, stick them under there, pry them up, just holds that nut. A lot of times you pull these motors apart and these nuts will be loose, and you wouldn't want that while the four-wheeler's running. So again, that's an inch and a 1/16 here. Regular threaded nut there. This is your balancer gear. These two dots match up. Otherwise, if you don't match these up, that balancer will be out of place, and you'll start that motor, and that crank and that balancer will hit, and you'll cause some major damage. So make sure those dots are lined up. This is the crank gear. It sits right on the crank. Like I said, this gear was probably hand tight, so you want to make sure that you bend those tabs down going back together. Just see there that was not tight. And this gear will just pull off of there. It's got a keeper in there. Okay, and this will slide off. These springs will go up. This one, I guess, just comes off altogether. So a lot of times this gear here in the center will stay, and then this outer gear will come, allowing those springs to go all over. Every other spring has a pin going through it, so make sure going back together that goes in the right place. And this one we got fortunate enough, it just popped right off of there. So oil pump here, 3 screws to remove it. Now when you line this gear up, I'll take this gasket so you can see a little bit better. When you line this gear up, all 3 gears, or all 3 Phillips screws will be the ones you need to remove. If you line it up with this one, that one you don't need to remove. That kind of holds the oil pump together. So line that up. A lot of times I'll use an impact on these because they're a lot of times hard to get off here. Spin them all off. Now sometimes these oil pumps are a little difficult to come off of there because this gasket seals it up. This one was not hard, but it'll just come right off of there. We've got the shift star here and a little shift arm. 10mm to remove that. And it's spring loaded, so be careful taking that apart. And then that arm there is a Phillips. We'll try to get it off like this. We might have to use an impact. So on this one, you're going to make sure you're turned all the way that you're going to loosen this bolt. Otherwise, you could break a fork. And then what I do on these is find the spot where it seats okay, and then do like a 1/16 of a turn. And it'll feel funny because you won't feel like you're in the right spot, but then take 1/16 of a turn, tap, 1/16 of a turn, tap, and now a lot of times that loosens it right up. If not, you can use an impact, just like we did to that oil pump, those oil pump filters. But remove those. There's a little keeper, a little Woodruff key here, so make sure you don't lose that. A lot of times on these are broke, so inspect that on these Yamahas. That's a notorious problem for those. We'll remove the oil line there. 2 12mm bolts. Brass washers on both of these. There's another washer here. I just leave it. It'll come off. Now I'm going to look around here to see if there's any bolts holding the case together, because we are ready to split that case. If I don't see anything else, we will, let's see. We'll go ahead and remove this piston while we're here. Take your screwdriver and put it in the groove of the piston. Take a pick here, get in behind it and pry it out. And then pull it out, and then you'll have the circlip here. You'll be able to push that pin out that way. This looks like a fairly new piston. A little bit of scoring there, and so we won't want to reuse it. But if we were reusing it, I wouldn't suggest it, but you can get new rings for it. Put the circlip back in it. Now you've got your crank here. Make sure that there's no scoring on the crank rod itself. Flip it over. We had to actually cut the shaft off here. Somebody had welded the sprocket on, and then obviously this case is all damaged. So I'm going to pull those sensors. So 14 millimeter. There's an oil sensor here. Quite possibly a gear position sensor here. And go ahead and pull all these 8 millimeter bolts. Alright. And might be all of them. I like to pull all these out just so I know that they're not threaded anymore. Set this case down this way. Case out there. There we go. There's a split case. Yamaha 350. Got your crankshaft here. You've got your shift drum here. You got your shift forks. 2 sets of shift forks. You got your another shift drum here. Another shift fork here. Crank balancer is here, and this will just wiggle out there. This is where we pulled this shift star from, so we can put that back together now. And make sure that you have got that keeper lined up and slide it on as far as it will go. It might not. Anyway, we'll get that put back on there. Put this and the washer back on for the bolt. I pull these shafts out just a little bit. That allows us to get the shift forks out of there. There we go. There's the shift drums and the shift forks. Going back together, just remember where stuff came from there. We've got all these transmission gears that can be pulled out. A lot of them work together, so you kind of got to lift up and kind of walk them out. And then for the crank, if it's a good crank, you don't want to damage it, you take a mallet, tap on this side. This one looks like it's just going to come right out. So make sure the balancer's out of the way. Pull that crankshaft out, and there is the cases on a Yamaha 350.